Yeah, this is my collection of short stories, which came out in 2004, and I'm so tired of reading from it that, like, one of the stories was written with pre-cell phone, and I had to, like, put in a piece of paper to cover that section, and, like, where it just wouldn't make sense that people don't have cell phones. So I can't, here it is. Look, there's, like, new text in my reading copy, so I can't read from this book anymore. But ironically, I've been working on this project called Any Minute Now for like 10 years. Any minute now. And I've been working in like tiny little sections because I've never written a novel before. So I often go to Walmart late at night and gather paint chips so that I can kind of color code what the different little sections are about and then rearrange them on the wall and then feel like I got a day's writing done. But that's why I have stuff on colored paper, which is really convenient in this light to read from. But I'll just read a few sections and, we'll see how it goes. It's work in progress. Thanks also for being here, which is a particularly cool event, because I always feel like jealous of my band friends and art friends because they share their work and it's like a big celebration and you're a writer and you share your work and it's like in a hall of honors, like a Barnes and Noble. So it's nice that there's some party. So thanks for having me. This is from Any Minute Now. The Cupcake Factory, flight test. Can you hear me? Am I in the right? Is this good? Okay. This is Portsmouth, New Hampshire in winter, past midnight. The roads are clear, the houses dark, the sky is suffering orange-gray, fat with frost and the forecasted blizzard. In the distance, like the North Star, John Stapleton Jr. can see the truck stop sign hovering illuminated above I-95, Bob's big boy spinning just above the tree line and offering up his empty tray. Stapleton's sister Esther is driving. He doesn't ask where they're going. He still trusts her, this means. She tucks a greasy lock of hair behind her ear and pounds a fist on the dashboard, trying to resuscitate the speakers, which have worked sporadically for years, but seem to have sputtered out today completely along their banter. She drives along the railroad tracks, past the dump, the ASPCA, the police test firing range, finally pulling off the road just beside the back gate of the Cupcake Factory, a long, low building situated in the middle of a deserted parking lot and lined along one side with 18-wheelers, pulled up to it like so many cattle in wait at a trough. Stapleton is 16 years old and can't shake the idea that his sister will kill herself in just under a week. You ready? She asks as she opens the door, her dirty hair lifting in a chaos of spires, her unbuttoned army coat filling with wind. Sure, he says, but Esther is already sprinting toward the row of semis by the time he even thinks to ask, you ready for what? She wedges a foot atop a front tire, grabs hold of the rig's chrome fixtures, and hoists herself onto the hood. She shimmies up the windshield to the roof of the cab, concentrating her weight on the frame instead of the glass. Stapleton notes this and reminds himself, don't step on the glass, don't fuck up and step on the glass. Up, he climbs, to the steel surface of the truck, to the top of the world where Esther is now sitting cross-legged waiting for him. Can you describe the pleasure of climbing to a seemingly inaccessible, forbidden, unknown vantage point? Can you describe the invigorating slice and tickle of the wind? They can see past the highway's tree line, past the cooling gas station lights, past the tips of the golden arches higher than the pines. Amazing. They walk the length of the truck to spin and stare. In such moments, where does self-loathing and sleepiness go? It doesn't matter what your watch says. You're at your finest hour. It's 3 p.m. and school is out. You're launched into a reeling afternoon, even on a frigid gray night, even with your fraught and fucked up family less than half a mile down the road. But there you are, lying on a truck in some New England winter, the frozen steel announcing itself to your ass through your jeans. You can pass a cigarette back and forth. You can watch the smoke rise. You forget the freezing steel. It passes. You can watch your own breath overtake the atmosphere. You pass that cigarette until there's nothing left to grab. To Stapleton, it's as if smoking that butt to its very bottom is precisely what they've come here and climbed these trucks to do. Expedition complete. We have escaped a trespass, and now we shall linger. Here we are, stabbing our red ember flag into the moon. But there's a flicker, a leap in time. Stapleton can't figure out how and when exactly, but out of nowhere, it seems, his His sister has begun to accelerate. He watches as she reels back to the semi's edge for a running start, and then she's hurling her body toward the next truck in the row, across the deep, wide gulf, giving herself to the void and to the atmosphere. Stapleton can't get a hold of his own terror before the air thunders with Esther's landing. This is the sound of victory, her body colliding with Mack truck steel. Come back, Stapleton calls, but again and again, Esther throws herself onward, receding into the darkness, each leap punctuated by reverberation and crash. Oh my God, oh my fucking God, there is Esther spinning a little dance at the end of the line, just a small shadowed form, turning to call out her command. Give yourself a running start and don't look down. Stapleton runs. He can barely breathe. With each leap, he's sure he'll